And so I'm in my car doing this, but I did want to do a quick housing crash update. A lot of people have this idea that real estate investors and flippers are the reason for our housing crisis. And I want to know from you if you think that. Do you think that real estate investing is good for the housing market? Do you think flippers are good for the housing market? And I want you to consider that not every flipper or investor is a bad actor. In my opinion, a lot of investors and flippers are actually good people that want to deliver a good product to the market that's safe, sound, clean, and comfortable. At least that's what I want to do. And so I look at it like a responsibility to society almost. If you you own a building and it needs work for your tenants, or you buy a property that needs flipped, there's decision points to make at how far you take the flip. But at the end of the day, you've got to produce something that's clean, comfortable, safe, and you can be proud of. So I just see a lot of disdain for investors, and only 6% of the market are home flips, meaning out of all the sales in the United States, only 6% are flipped homes. That's not that many. We're talking about 3.8 million homes sold in the U.S. 94% are non-flipped properties. By the way, I'm willing to bet a lot of those flipped properties were completely destroyed or needed a lot of work, and somebody was willing to buy the property and put money into it. My question for you is, if real estate investors are not good for the market, what would you do with all the broken down properties? I mean, we're talking about properties built in 1900 that have been in disrepair for decades. Nobody's grabbed them yet to fix them up. The previous owner hasn't fixed them up. So if an investor like me buys it and puts money into it, like $100,000, isn't that a good thing for the market? To produce a much better product and give somebody a safe, sound, and comfortable existing house or existing duplex to live in versus having a housing shortage? And I think this whole housing shortage thing is, I think people have it wrong. I think if we took the existing stock of properties that are in the United States and put some elbow grease and money into them, I think you would have a lot more supply. And by the way, who is going to do that? Are you going to do that? Maybe you will. If you're an investor or you're a flipper, you probably do. But I know I do that. That's what I do. I take old houses and make them much better for people and much safer, and something I can be proud of and the tenant can be proud of to live in. Think about that for a minute and tell me I really want to know what you think. Why are flippers and investors, basically in my eyes, zeroed in on as the reason why the housing market's in a crisis? I think a lot of people think we're completely wealthy and we're just rolling in cash. And so I guess they pick on the rich, right? But I can assure you I'm not rich and I'm not rolling in cash. And every dime I make, virtually every penny I make that's extra goes into these properties. Almost every penny. Maybe that's foolish. Maybe down the road I'll regret it. But I just walked into a building where I put in 50 or 60 grand a year ago, and I just came out with a list of stuff that's probably going to be another 50, 60, $75,000. Shoot, could be 100 grand by the time I'm done with it. But I know that it needs that work. And I'm not doing things like granite counters. I'm not doing amazing hardwood flooring. I'm not putting in top of the line appliances. I'm putting in the basics to make it functional, clean, safe, and something that I know somebody's going to enjoy as an affordable housing unit. And I think there's a lot of people out there that have the wrong perception about investors. And today that just bugged me. So my housing crash update today is different. But it really zeroes in on the fact that not all houses are flips, not all investors are bad. And I think the misconception that the housing crisis is caused by investors is strange, especially coming from people that don't do the work. If you're not doing the work, it's easy to throw stones, right? And maybe a lot of people are jealous because they're not willing to take the risk that myself and other investors are willing to take. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. And by the way, I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing because people may hate on me. I'm going to keep doing it. I think it's the right thing to do. And when I take a duplex and make it amazing, or just bring it up to modern times, and then I have people moving in and they like it and they enjoy it, that gives me a lot of satisfaction, knowing I took something that was not an existing affordable house and turned it into an affordable, clean, safe, good place to live. That's a home run. So that's my message today. I want to know from you what you think of investors, and maybe you are an investor, maybe you thought about getting into investing, but it's rewarding on multiple levels. Not necessarily financially at the beginning, I can tell you that. I'm still waiting for the rewards financially, but knowing I'm putting, investing into the community and doing my part is important, and makes me feel good. So anyway, that's my message today. I'm out here spending more money. More money. Okay, I got to get back in this place and take a look at some more things that need fixed. Anyway, have a good day. We'll see you on Monday.